Welcome back to Coach's Corner. It's all about tennis on this edition of Coach's Corner. And now, Coach Larry Williams is with us, the head coach of the Ponca City High School girls tennis team. And it is the youngest tennis team for Pohai in 10 years. And Coach Williams, this happens from time to time. You've got a young team, they're all learning and growing. You do have one senior on the team. Tell us about the rest of the team. What makes this the youngest team you've had in 10 years?
I think just we got to the point where, with attrition and various other things, that we became young and experienced. A lot of the girls in the past that have been state qualifiers have been taking lessons and things from some pros and things like that. We don't really have that particular situation right now a ton. I hate to say it, but a lot of coaches' positions are sometimes bus drivers, not Brad's and ours, because we try to teach them, but the schools, particularly in Tulsa and some in Oklahoma City, the kids are not going to change what their pros want for them to do. Yeah. So the coaches coach a little bit, but they're bus drivers.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is.
Yeah. Well, you have two freshmen on your team.
We have two. Yeah, we have two on the varsity team. Two girls that came over from the Catholic Church last year and played for us as eighth graders on the junior high team, and those two developed, went to camp over the summer, did the weightlifting and everything else, and developed really as the best two as an option for number two doubles. At number one doubles, we have Jill Jackson and Emma Kimbrell, good little players, but again, inexperience has really kicked in. And we've got Cameron Suggs, as we visited, about all-state catcher for the softball team, plays number one singles, and I put she and Lexi Officer kind of in a bad situation in that we have to have good people up there, but they just don't have the experience of these girls that have had 10 years of with professional coaches, right. And the parents are paying $20,000 or $30,000 a year to travel and get the lessons. So it's not an apples to apples situation. We know it. We're just having fun. Yeah. We're trying to grow.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, already two tournaments in, and of course, you have a big tournament here tomorrow. And again, as we mentioned earlier in this show, by the time you watch this, that tournament will have already happened. And then you have Owasso on Thursday.
Right.
And what do you expect to see in Owasso?
Well, I think as Brad said, Owasso's kind of been up and down. They're a little bit more up right now, I believe, for the girls. The bigger that town grows, as most, the better they get. A lot of times, right. They're also close to Tulsa, so you have the private lesson situation and pros and stuff like that. And at the top of their lineup, that's what we're going to experience. Maybe number two doubles, maybe number two singles. They may not be quite as strong, but we played them at Jinx, I believe, at least in one event, and they were pretty dominating to us.
Okay. Well, after Owasso, of course, spring break, and after spring break, what's on the horizon for Pohai girls tennis?
Well, as far as the varsity, we will be focusing in on Edmond North, Enid, Shawnee, a few tournaments like that. The OSSAA regulations and our school regulations don't let them play over 7 times during the week. So that's the reason that we kind of move around the girls and play the varsity 6 at particular points. Now we're playing a lot of JV. We're playing an immense amount of junior high tournaments. I have an abundance of ninth graders, which are they're very pleasing to me. But again, kind of beginners, just learning and things like that. And so I have to be really patient with the situation. I want to win, but a lot of times we're not, and so we'll grow into it. So we're trying hard.
Well, those regulations you speak of, I mean, really, as a coach, I mean, you want to be out there on the court, you want to be coaching, doing that, but a lot of times you've got to get a spreadsheet out and figure out how to maneuver the schedule.
That's true, and we host 9 tournaments. When we're hosting the 9 tournaments, then we as the coaches not only are hosts, but we have to run the tournament. And so it hurts us a bit in that we can't get out on the court and coach if we are hosting the tournament. If I go to another town, a Union or an Enid or something like that, I can be involved in every match totally, but at Ponca we can't. So with 9 tournaments, which brings in about $9,000 for the athletic department, doesn't pay for everything, we know that.
Right.
But we just can't coach here. But boy, when we get on the road, we're with them all the time.
Yeah, very good. Coach Larry Williams, the head coach of the Pohai girls tennis team, and looking forward to visiting with Coach Williams throughout the season as it continues. Coach, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for allowing us.
It is Coach's Corner and all about tennis today. And our thanks to Coach Larimer and Coach Williams, and the best of luck to the Pohai tennis teams. And we look forward again to hearing more about tennis as we proceed through this tennis season. That's going to do it for this edition of Coach's Corner. For Ponca City Public Schools, I'm Sean Anderson. Thanks for watching.